Hey guys, I know I look a bit of a mess and there's a mess in the background, but we went out of town. We went back to Georgia for Thanksgiving this past weekend, so things have been kind of crazy. I haven't even had time to unpack. It's been a whirlwind, but the trip went well. Unfortunately, we have had to cancel our New Year's plans, which is not that big of a deal in comparison, but because of the wildfires in Gatlinburg, Tennessee. We were supposed to all go there for New Year's Eve, and we just got word today that the cabin that we rented was one of the ones caught in fire. So it's very unfortunate, but I just hope that everybody's okay, and people who have lost a lot are definitely in my thoughts. So it's just been crazy. I'm so close to graduating. That's my catch you up. So I was going to talk to y'all about Key West today. Doesn't make a whole lot of sense because we're going to be going there again this weekend, but I have got to get 2 vlogs up this week since I skipped last week because of the holiday. So, Key West. Great place to park, walk, and explore. There's so many places to stay off Duval Street, which everything down there is going to be pricey as far as where you stay. Duval Street's the main street where most of the some of the hotels, but mostly the restaurants, the shops, the bars, that's where all that's going to be. We always stay at an Airbnb that is across the street from Ernest Hemingway's house, and I think it's called the Lighthouse. I love it. It's got a nice little pool, a nice little environment, and a little bar there. It's really cool. That's where we usually stay. But we are getting a house when we're going this weekend because we're going with a small group of friends. And I think I didn't book the hotel or the house, but a girlfriend did, and I think it was through either Airbnb or VRBO. I would totally suggest doing that if you're taking a group. And I mean, there's 6 of us, but I think there's 4 rooms. It's a really small house. All of Key West is tiny. So that's what you're going to be dealing with. But still cool, just a place to stay. Obviously, you hopefully will not be in the house or room that often anyway, so it should work out great. There are tons of bars and great places to eat. But keep in mind that some of the very expensive places to eat are not worth it. We have not eaten at all of them, obviously, but we have eaten at least 3. I won't call them out by name, but they were very expensive, and I mean maybe 150 plus for 2 people, at least over 100 for 2 of us, and that's with an appetizer, 2 entrees, and 2 glasses of wine. So keep it in mind that there are so many good places to eat down there. There are nicer ones that are not. They're still expensive, but compared to what you'd find at your hometown kind of thing. But totally good restaurants that won't break the bank kind of stuff. Lots of street shops. You've got the cliche souvenir shops, which are few, but there's a couple of them. You've got the fancy art galleries, which are always cool to look at, even if you can't afford anything in there. And then you have the local, eclectic shops that have, vintage clothing or just cutesy little places. There are also cigar shops, which are pretty cool. I always go and get my dad some cigars. He loves them from there. So in case someone in your life is into that, or you're into that, it's pretty cool. A couple places will roll them in front of you, which is just kind of interesting to see. So there's that. If you're going for a beach, this is not the place to go. There is a small beach area that you can go to. A lot of the hotels and houses have small pools, which are cool. But there's only a small portion of a beach, about yay big, and it is down. I mean, it's a place you could go if you were, free for a little bit, had some time to kill, just want to get some sun for a little bit, but not like the place you take the kids and hang out for the day. So if the small beach area is the part of the island that's closest to Cuba, so the southernmost point, if you want a picture with the buoy that is down there, we need to wait in line. Every time we've driven by there, the first time we went there and I wanted to take a picture, the line was probably 20, 30 minutes long. And want that. I stood across the street, got all these other people in my photo. Whatever, stuff happens. I got a picture. That'll be fine. In that same area is the Butterfly and Nature Conservatory, which is pretty cool. I want to say it was maybe $15 a person to go, but very educational, great for kids, not ones that aren't well behaved, because you go into this big, whatever the aquarium version is, if it's air. Anyways, but it's a big bubble essentially. And you walk inside and there's butterflies everywhere and some birds, I think, and there were, I'm trying to think, bugs, cool bugs, I don't know, birds and turtles. Turtles would be the key word that I'm looking for. Very cool to go. I don't know, it's just something fun to do, especially if the weather's bad, if it's cold or getting late, or if it's raining. A good place to go. Spend a little bit of time there. Ernest Hemingway's house is also in Key West. I haven't been yet, unfortunately, but it's always busy. We usually stay across the street from it. There are cats everywhere, which is, I don't know if they're all six-toed cats, but there are cats everywhere in Key West, along with lots of chickens, which is, you know, it is what it is kind of thing. The dried tortugas are also down there. Again, I haven't been able to go down there, unfortunately, but everyone that I've heard that's gone absolutely enjoyed it, especially if you like to be outside, if you like to hike around, if you like history. The reason I haven't been down is because we live so close to Key West, relatively speaking. Not learn something. We usually go down for a long weekend, and the dry tortugas take a whole day. From what I understand, at least a solid half day, but probably a whole day for me. So I've been waiting to go when I have some time, which will not be anytime too soon. But at some point I will make it, and I look forward to it. We had some best friends who took the, they didn't get off at the dry tortugas, but they took a jet ski tour around, and they said that it was a lot of fun, so something to consider. The last suggestion really that I'm going to have is to try and take a tour if you're down there for long enough. I know they're a bit cheesy for sure, the ghost tours, you know, they're different kinds. I think there's a cemetery one that you get out and walk around a little bit more. We did a ghost tour. You got out and walked a little bit, not too far as you know, if you don't want to walk that far, it's not that bad, and it's not that scary in my opinion. It's kind of like cute to hear stories though, so something to keep in mind if you have time, something to do after dinner one night. I would suggest doing that. So I hope I gave y'all some interesting tips. Feel free to ask if you have more, and I will share my insight. Y'all have a nice, I'd say weekend, but I'm probably going to post another video tomorrow. I have my J cup for my boyfriend's name, Jeff. I'm getting kind of plain, running out of cups to show you, but cheers. It's the evening now, as you can see out my back door, and I'm going to go get some homework done. Yay. Cheers. Bye, guys.